everybody, welcome to Learning with Lisa. Today we are going to learn how to look after the environment. I brought my friends along to help. We're going to hear tips from the mermaid, the park keeper and the farmer and some others. We're going to find out how to keep our oceans nice and clean, to stop cutting down our trees, to look after the bees, to save water and electricity, and to keep the air nice and fresh. Hello, mermaid.
Hello, everyone. My friends are very sad.
Why is that, mermaid?
There's lots of rubbish in the ocean.
Oh, that is a shame, isn't it? Let me tell you about plastics that get thrown in the ocean and what can happen to the animals. Sadly, lots of rubbish ends up in the ocean every year, and the animals, like the fish and the turtles and the octopus, can sometimes get injured or made very, very poorly by eating the plastics and the rubbish that ends up there.
It's not fair.
You don't have to live near the ocean for the rubbish to end up there. Sometimes it can get blown away by the wind or taken by the rain and end up in rivers and streams, or it can go down drains which lead to the oceans. So what can we do to help the animals in the sea? Because we don't want them to eat plastic and get poorly, do we? Let's ask Mermaid.
We can use the recycling bins.
That's a really good idea. Yes, we can recycle our plastic by putting it into special containers that then get taken away. Or we can stop using carrier bags. We could take our own material shopping bags to the shops, couldn't we? I have my own shopping bag like this. I just fold it up, put it in my handbag, and then when I go shopping, I have a bag and I don't need to take a carrier bag. We also need to think about how to look after our woods and forests. I spoke to the park keeper the other day and he told me how trees are being chopped down so they can be turned into paper. But the trouble is, lots of our animals like to live in the forests and the woodlands, and if we chop down the trees, they won't have any homes left, will they? And also, some insects like to live in the trees, which the other animals need to eat for their food. So what can we do to save chopping down the trees? We can do our little bit by using our paper very carefully. So that means if you use paper, make sure you use both sides. And when you've finished, put it in the recycling bin. And then it can be reused again and less trees will need to be chopped down. The farmer told me something very interesting the other day. Do you know that bees and butterflies need flowers so they can collect pollen and then fly to other plants and drop the pollen off, and then more plants will grow? Plants are very important to us because they give us food. So it's really necessary to look after the flowers. So what can we do to help? Well, we can make sure that if we see flowers in the countryside, that we don't pick them. Because if we pick them and take them home, there won't be anything for the bees to collect the pollen from, will there? We could also grow some wildflowers in our gardens, couldn't we? And then the butterflies and bees would want to visit to collect the pollen. Oh, my friend, the doctor's here. Hello.
Hello. There is a water shortage in some parts of the world.
Yes, I know that people need to drink water to stay alive. Children, do you know where we get the water from? It comes from the rain, doesn't it? And in some parts of the world there isn't much rain, so there's a water shortage and people can become quite ill if they don't have water to drink. And we need to think about ways we can save water. So I think the doctor is going to tell us one way.
When you clean your teeth, do not waste the water.
So when you clean your teeth, you do need water and toothpaste, don't you? But when you're not rinsing the toothpaste off your teeth, then you need to remember to turn the tap off, and that will help save water. Also, what I do at home, I really like my garden, and I need to water my plants a lot, especially when it's dry. So I have a water butt, which is a great big barrel, and then when it rains, the water falls in the water butt, and I then tip the water from the water butt into my watering can, and I can water my plants. And I'm not having to turn my tap on to use more water. Maybe you could have your own water butt, and you can use the water that you collect to water any plants you might have in the garden. Hello, Ballerina.
Hello.
I wonder what Ballerina's going to tell us.
Lots of cars make the air dirty.
Yes, I did know that, Ballerina. The more cars that are on the road, the dirtier the air is, and it's not very nice for us to breathe in dirty air, is it? So what can we do to help?
We can walk or ride our bikes instead of travelling by car on short journeys. It will also help us get fit.
That's a really good idea, isn't it? Yes, we can use our bikes or scooters.
It helps me with my ballet classes.
It does. It's really good to help you. It makes you fit, doesn't it, if you cycle as well? So not only does it make the air less polluted, it also gets you nice and fit. And I'm going to tell you what else you can do in school. In my school, I had eco warriors. Perhaps you'd like to be an eco warrior, and what you do is you go around the different classrooms, maybe at lunchtime, and you check that children are putting paper in the recycling bin, and that lights are being turned off and electricity is not being wasted. And then you can give them points according to how well they are doing those things, and you can have a little competition in your school. We've reached the end of today's video. I hope you found it really useful, and if you enjoyed watching this, then please would you subscribe to my channel. But bye bye for now. Bye!